Hello, my name is Kayla Watson and I'm going to be discussing breastfeeding experiences. So I'm sure many of you have questions about breastfeeding, such as what are the benefits of breastfeeding, how do you keep your supply from dropping, what are some of the risks that come with breastfeeding, and how do you keep your supply up. Breastfeeding has been around for many years. So first, I'm going to discuss how everybody's breastfeeding journey is not always the same. Second, I will discuss some of the risks that are associated with breastfeeding and some of the benefits that go along with breastfeeding. Lastly, I will discuss what supplements are available for women to take to help keep their supply up so that they are able to feed their babies. Most hospitals recommend breastfeeding nowadays versus formula. They suggest you try at least to breastfeed for up to 6 months if possible. And obviously you will have to supplement if you are not able to produce enough breast milk because the baby has to get their nutrients to grow. Alright. There are about 85% of women who do not successfully breastfeed and quit breastfeeding within the first 3 months. I personally am a new mom, so I'm actually still breastfeeding at 4.5 months. Has not been the easiest journey. There are overproducers and just enoughers and undersuppliers. The overproducers, obviously they produce a lot of milk, so they're able to freeze a lot of milk and have a little stash. The just enoughers, we're able to just be able to produce enough milk for just that current day, so every day-to-day basis. When mother's milk supply does not come in, you are required to supplement with formula, which is perfectly fine. Some women get very upset about it, but at the end of the day, it's all about your baby being able to eat enough and get the nutrition that your baby needs. Some babies do not have a good latch, which affects the breastfeeding significantly because the baby is not latched to the breast correctly. It can cause, the mother to have severe breast pain. The baby won't be able to get the breast milk out of the breast because of the improper latch. They have breast shields available to help with that. Some women have to exclusively breast pump instead of actually letting the baby nurse due to complications of their baby not being able to latch correctly, or they might have a lip tie, where that is a minor surgery procedure where they'll just clip the upper lip to detach it from the gums a little bit, which will make it easier for the baby to be able to latch. When women have to exclusively breast pump, they are required to breast pump every 2 to 3 hours to stimulate as if the baby were actually nursing. There are many benefits that come from breastfeeding, such as the breast milk contains a lot of nutrients and antibodies that help fight off infections and viruses. It's very important for baby bonding with a mom. It makes the baby feel secure and safe. Breast milk is easily digested versus formula for the babies. And breastfeeding your child, or your children, should I say, it also helps the healing process after delivering. It helps your uterus go back to normal because it releases a hormone called oxytocin, which your body needs to be able to heal properly and completely. Another big plus is it saves a lot of money. Obviously, you don't have to go out and spend $35 on a little tub of formula. Even though there are a lot of benefits, sometimes the risks might outweigh the benefits depending on what happens. There's different things that can happen, such as mastitis, which is painful inflammation of the breast, and you will know. And the symptoms of mastitis are flu-like symptoms, so nausea, fevers. You just feel really tired and drained, no energy, very, very sleepy. Another issue that can occur are clogged ducts, which is where there's a blockage in the milk duct in the breast. That can easily be fixed by applying warm compresses and massaging the breast while pumping or while the baby is nursing. Another big issue that can happen is thrush, which is a fungal infection that can be passed from breast to baby or vice versa. And you will need to go on an antibiotic as soon as possible. If women are not eating and staying hydrated enough, they will not be able to produce enough milk for the baby. And it's also very dangerous to the mother who is breastfeeding, because your body can only make so much if you're only putting so much in. So it's very, very, very important that you eat about 500 extra calories a day to be able to produce enough breast milk. Finally, I'm going to discuss the different supplements that are available to help keep milk production up, so you're able to produce enough milk instead of having to use formula. They have over-the-counter supplements such as fenugreek and fennel, brewer's yeast. They have mother's milk tea out, which is kind of bitter, but it's all natural supplements that help. They recommend to drink Gatorade or Body Armor drinks, or drinks that have high electrolytes in them. They also have lactation cookies and brownies out, and they have tons of recipes that you can make to help keep your supply up. They also recommend to breast pump after feeding your baby, or do power pumping sessions, which is where you'll pump for 20 minutes, then you'll stop for 20 minutes, then you'll pump for 20 minutes, and then you'll stop. They also have several different companies out that make their own breastfeeding supplements, such as oils and powders that go in drinks and pills, and their own drinks like lemonades and sodas and stuff like that. I hope I answered most questions. Let's see. So I discussed different experiences that women go through while attempting to breastfeed. Second, I discussed the benefits and risks that can occur while breastfeeding. And lastly, I discussed what people can do, or what supplements people can take to help keep their supply up. In conclusion, I feel as if breastfeeding has great benefits to both mother and the baby, but it does not come easy. It takes a lot of time and hard work. It's been around for many, many, many years, but it's not very common nowadays. So, whenever you do have a child, just don't forget that. You need to do what's best for yourself and for the baby to be able to get the nutrients that is needed. Thank you very much.